this new big period or chapter ahead of us. Will it be an era? It's too early to know. But this time of pulling in as a university, of constricting, of shrinking, of kind of pulling away. Same approach. I could have just listed a bunch more tactics. Come up here and said, things haven't changed. It's still doom and gloom on the state front. We're trying to hold our own together as a university system and on each of the campuses. So we must come back and look at all of these tactics again. So I said, if I wanted to do that, what would be the tactics? There they are. Those could be 3 or 4 things that we look at. I do think we have to keep working on the number of administrators. And one of the things I'm going to do is talk to the chancellors of the campuses about potential for a hard administrative freeze, a very high-level review on anybody. We're not talking about the narrative of pulling back, leaving, constricting, to use a term that General Thomas knows, retrenchment related to getting away from the front line. The battle line is not the thing for us to be saying right now. Rather, the narrative has to be, we're going to the front line, we're going to advocate our case, we're going to look strategically at what we do to strengthen the system, not weaken it, not diminish it in this very difficult time. And if you think a year ago, we didn't know where all of this challenge at the state level was going to lead. We didn't know the future that was going to be set out in the coming 12 months. The fact that this titanic struggle for the soul of Illinois, is that too over the top? I don't think it is either. This titanic struggle for the soul of Illinois as played out in the budget battle is not something we could have imagined we'd be dealing with a year later. If you think back a year, if you look at those tactics, the idea was to just figure out the right things to get us a little longer because we thought, well, coming into veto session, something will happen. We get past the first of the calendar year in 2016, something's going to happen. As we approach the spring legislative session, they're going to get this figured out. And here we sit a year later with nothing really changed, and I would suggest to you the side's even more hardened. It's not about using tactics to buy time anymore because we're not seeing any end of this, so it's the need for the strategic move, that shift, to deal with the fact, again, that we see the ground potentially, possibly shifting under us. That is the reshaping of the state university covenant. You see